You're going to run your best plays. You know right now that your four guards are shooting a high percentage, but you want to see Butler and also Bam come through here right now with some big plays. All right, whether it's on the initial shot or whether it's on the glass. But you're still it's a 2-point game. You have to defend and hold Milwaukee to only one shot in traffic.
Butler to Bam. He can't float it in, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Milwaukee. Another chance here for the Heat.
Well, we've seen a lot of those during this game. And when Miami breaks down the film, they're going to see how many opportunities they had inside the 6 to 8 feet that just didn't drop.
Butler, 3 for 18 from the floor. Adebayo, 4 for 13. Robinson gets into the lane, hooks a pass. Ariza can't handle. It's out of bounds. Turnover number 15 for the Heat.
No, that was a bullet. That was a bullet behind the board at a bad angle, and Ariza did not have a chance to catch it with two hands.
Milwaukee basketball, under 3 minutes to go. Bucks a 2-point lead. Neither team is led by double digits at any point in this game. Giannis left it short. Adebayo claws the rebound, looking for help. Had it poked away, but a foul is called. Foul called against Milwaukee. They are over the limit, and free throws coming for Miami.
Now, this is just difficult. You got to get the ball out. Okay? Will you please create the passing lanes? He did not want to throw the pass across in front of the basket. But see, right here, Butler was open this way. Now, that is at least the second time in this game that this has happened, with Milwaukee jamming the defensive rebounder and not allowing him to start the break.
Bonus. So after the errant pass, loose ball, and a tie up here, it'll be a jump ball. With Butler involved.
They think that
both teams with remaining. Holiday.
The they were
It's the first, take a two-possession lead for Milwaukee.
I like what they did that time running that play.
Lopez hits both. 4-point Bucks lead.
Remember now, both teams have 2 timeouts.
Ariza 3 is good. Makes it a 1-point game.
Big shot by
Holiday skips it over to DiVincenzo. Shot clock winding down. Middleton, lob inside, and Giannis is fouled. Giannis had the mismatch. He's fouled, and Giannis will shoot 2 with the Heat over the limit.
That was an excellent decision to pass down inside. Now here you're going to see right at Ariza, as soon as he got it, he was looking for the 3 right away. Now they needed that one for confidence.
Ariza with plenty of playoff championship experience, won a title with the Lakers in 2009. Now Giannis at the line, 4 for 7 today. Milwaukee a 1-point lead. And Giannis misses the first. We know there's going to be a lot of attention on exactly this throughout the Bucks playoff run. Antetokounmpo at the line, especially late in games.
Anytime you get there 9+ times and you shoot only 68% for the season, you know that there's not a great deal of confidence on the line.
Giannis 4 for 8 today. And I think we may have a lane violation. We do.
Did they
Or would it be a
call
10-second violation?
10-second
violation.
That's right.
Giannis took more than 10 seconds. This is something that many teams have pointed out at the end of the regular season. The officials aware of it, and Giannis loses. Lopez and Jimmy Butler grimacing face first on the hardwood after taking that foul.
That was a strong drive. As soon as he caught that ball, he was going to the rim, and he was determined to get to the rim. And just while we turned a little late, but the hit, that was a strong hit, going for the block, and unfortunately you get tangled like that, and then when you drop to the floor, very difficult. Let's hope that he's okay. Now for his career.
When we saw that 10-second violation, Caron Butler, Heat assistant coach, was there alongside the officials asking them to watch for the 10 seconds. Giannis has really been flirting with it throughout the regular season, and teams have made a point of it. And you could see Caron Butler up with his mask off, and he was doing the time, yelling when he thought it got to 10 seconds, and the officials did indeed call it. So Giannis forfeited the opportunity for that second free throw after the 10-second violation called. And now Butler hits the first free throw of his 2 to tie this game at 97.
Now Jimmy Butler, during the season, gets to the line 8+ times a game. He shot his career best this year, 86-3. He's big under pressure, and you just hope the fact that he's okay physically to play the remaining seconds here.
Butler goes 1 for 2. Milwaukee basketball now in a tie game at 97. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining, each team in the bonus. 45 seconds to go. Holiday, hawked by Dragic, finds the open man. DiVincenzo scoops. Giannis can't finish, gets it back, tears away. It's and a whistle against Miami. Eric Spoelstra and the Heat bench thought it should have been a travel. Instead, Giannis is going to shoot free throws.
Yeah, today they got out-muscled here right now. This is just a great defensive rotation. Now, once he goes up, now, did he have possession? Well, there it is. That looked like a travel, all right? And consequently, it wasn't called. And that's a very difficult thing to put him back on the line. Because he continues to go in there against 2 and 3 guys and accepts the physical contact.
And he misses the free throw now, 4 for 10 from the line. Remember, Miami's already used its challenge as well, so they would not be able to challenge that call on the foul. Giannis, 4 for 10 from the line. Received a 10-second violation on what would have been the second. He's good. 98-97. Bucks in front. 34 seconds to go. Miami inbounding with 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, Spoelstra just called to Butler what he told him what he wanted. So why waste the timeout? Butler.
With a seam, stops on a dime, looking for help, has it end up with it, and a jump ball is called.
Now, you see him sit down. Now watch what happens when he turns around. See, Giannis reaches in down in there, knocks it out into a scrum there with at least 3 or 4. Try to steal the jump. Try to steal the tap. They'll try to tap it to the cup. You get right here now. As Middleton is in here, you can see the cup right there.
Middleton knocks it back. Butler did try and steal it instead. Giannis has it. Butler should foul. Quarter. Miami down 1.
Now, if he shoots and he misses and you rebound, call an immediate timeout. And then you can move the ball to save you the distance of the floor. So you'd be in good shape there because Miami still has 2 timeouts.
Massive free throw here for Giannis to make it a 3-point game. Can't get it to go. Loose ball grabbed by Ariza. And a timeout taken by Miami. Heat ball down 2. 8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We're back in a moment.
We have terminus!
The dwelling
You call timeout because you still have one left. And remember, in this situation, when the ball comes inbounds of movement, one of the most dangerous guys is the passer from out of bounds coming inbounds.
That's Dragic. Dragic lobs it into Butler. Butler with the heat down 2, waiting. 2 seconds left. Butler for the tie. Lays it in. Jimmy buckets. Clutch time, indeed.
Good morning sa inyo.
We
Ito
have
tayo.
overtime in game 1.
Overtime. Para ganahan tayo sa pagla-live. Tuloy-tuloy ang pagla-live natin mga boss.
And when Butler catch, he came off that baseline screen.
Welcome to the start of overtime presented by AutoZone. Jimmy Butler ties it at 99 at the buzzer. He was 3 for 18 from the floor, but we know Jimmy Butler playoff time. Ice in his veins, the QB, he got around the reigning defensive player of the year.
Well, look at this. He read the clock, and then he just came right back out, and now he's going to take him. Once that happened, I'm surprised that he was able to get that shoulder ahead because he now had Giannis on his shoulder. So now the fact that he was able to rise and play the glass was just a great professional move.
So Butler, unfazed by his difficult shooting day, and the missed free throws from Adetokounmpo come back to hurt Milwaukee. Butler now 6 of 9 on game-tying or go-ahead field goals in his playoff career in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime. Best in the NBA over the last 25 seasons.
Well, see, they ran a very nice baseline screen for him. And then as he came up on the opposite side of the floor, you know, that pass was a dangerous pass. But
Glenn Supat.
he read the clock perfectly, and then he made a big play.
Overtime of game 1 underway between Miami and Milwaukee. If you are looking for the Mavericks and Clippers, game 1, that has begun on ESPN2. We will join that game at the conclusion of this thriller. Middleton got partially blocked, but Giannis comes up with it and flushes it down.
Look, he's missed foul shots, but he's been a bear since that first quarter. He's now 9 for 25 from the field, and then with the 17 boards, you just got to love what the guy has done in the game.
Robinson thought about pulling from deep, did not. Adebayo can't hit from 14. DiVincenzo hugs the rebound.
See, Butler is on holiday now, which has been interesting the last 2 possessions.
Well, Middleton just took a shot up high from Robinson. A foul called, and you wonder if they might look at if this is anything more than a common foul. You could see a treasure trove of Milwaukee assistants hopping on their feet, wanting this to be reviewed. And it will indeed be reviewed.
The following play is going to be reviewed to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Well, there's the foul right there with the forearm up on Middleton on the roll. And the Middleton got it right in the face. Now you could just see that Robinson was trying to fight his way through the screen.
Now they're going to take a look to see whether or not this is a flagrant foul. Remember, any contact deemed to be unnecessary is all that's needed for it to qualify as a flagrant foul.
Just keep an eye on Robinson right there. They're ready to see. Catches him with the forearm right underneath the jaw as he's trying to fight through. That's definitely a foul. It depends upon the referees whether they think it's a flagrant one.
Look, though. And obviously, an enormous call in this game. If this was upgraded to a flagrant, it would mean 2 shots for Middleton, who's an outstanding free throw shooter, and the basketball for Milwaukee. Whereas if it's a common foul, it's just going to be a side out of bounds for the Bucks, who lead by 2 here with 4:13 to go in overtime. The initial contact was in the chest. And then the hand.
Well, it comes down to, during the course of this game, how many times.
The play is going to be a flagrant penalty 1. There's unnecessary contact into the chin, neck area, above the shoulders. Flagrant penalty 1.
So there you go. David Guthrie just gave it to you. Because the contact is deemed unnecessary, this is going to be a flagrant penalty 1 against Robinson, which means 2 free throws and the ball, and Duncan Robinson, Trevor Ariza certainly not in agreement.
No, unfortunately for him, he was fighting his way through with the forearm up in the upper. There's no doubt about it. Now, then underneath the jaw. Now that's, but during the course of greens with physical contact on both ends. In there, scratching, and cause that deflection. And nothing but bottom of the net. Now give him a ton of credit. Now, pretty strong.
Butler, a 3? No. Rebound, Middleton. Butler shot it at just 24.5% from 3 this season.
Well, we know that it's a line drive.
Middleton, a 3. Too strong. Dragic tips the rebound. Controlled by Butler. 102-102. 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go in overtime. And now Giannis is going to get called for the foul as he catches Butler up high Personal number 4 on Giannis.
In this overtime and at the end of the fourth quarter, Giannis has been very, very quick out on the defensive area, around the three-point circle, picking up people, switching, and then causing a problem by making guys shoot up over the top. Big basket here by Dragic.
Dragic hits the jumper. 22 points for Goran Dragic. Giannis can't hit the jumper. How about Lopez on the follow to tie it at 104?
Now, he went right in between two yellow shirts. Now, give them a lot of credit because he got what he wanted defensively. He forced Giannis to go away from the basket and shoot that fade.
Adebayo given a lot of space. Can't squeeze it in. Good contest from Brook Lopez.
Lopez has had an excellent game here today. Not only just with the 17 points, but with the 7 rebounds.
104-104. Shot clock down to 7. Middleton guarded by Robinson. Step back off the mark. Rebound nearly squirted out of bounds off Ariza. Here comes Dragic. He has 22 off the bench for Miami. Butler 2 assists shy of a triple-double. Butler given space. Can't hit the 3. Good box out from Lopez. And Milwaukee with the basketball in a tie game here in overtime.
Yeah, the pressure is on to hold everybody to one shot. They like this. They're fronting, see. Ariza's done a great job in fronting either Lopez or Giannis in the post area anytime they isolate and they only have one man in that area. Give Ariza a lot of credit. That's hard to do, to front people and then beat them also in case of a lob.
Lopez has been the one buck to really knock down his free throws in this game. He's 6 for 6. Shot it at 85% in the regular season. Chance to put Milwaukee up here. And he hits the first. You know, you think about this game mentally for Milwaukee. Just incredible expectations for the Bucks heading into this postseason after coming up short the last 2 years as the 1 seed, and specifically trying to exact demons when it comes to this matchup against a Heat team who was lower seeded and beat them in 5 games in the second round a season ago. As Lopez goes 1 for 2, Miami ball. Adebayo, 50 seconds left in overtime. Out to Robinson, who has 24. Robinson a 3. No. Long rebound. Holiday on the run. Darting ahead. All the way in. Lays it home.
Great hustle. Great hustle by Holiday. You got a good look here for a player who's having a great night and on the roll. See, you gambled. You gambled for the ball rather than get back defensively.
Rising, cases are dropping and crowds are growing. The watch party has increased throughout the course of action this afternoon. Fired up after Drew Holiday takes rebound number 11, goes coast to coast to put Milwaukee up 3 with 39 seconds to go. in overtime of game 4.
Se ce ne andassimo al mare. Ehi Google, chiedi mai Fiat quanta benzina ha la mia 500?
Il serbatoio è al 94%. Cos'altro posso fare per te?
Dov'è la mia 500?
In via Verdi 10.
100 metri.
Mavericks ball, leading by 18 points for Doncic, 7 of 13 from the floor. Most of those have been on the perimeter, including 2 of 5 from 3. This time he takes it down the lane. It's Hardaway. 3, swishes home for Hardaway, the 9th three-pointer for the Mavericks in the first half.
But did you see he hit him with the same play? The 1-2 step, look to the wing, throw it to the corner. You got to start anticipating these things. You got to play the game within the game.
Rondo can't get the layup. Pinballs around, and a loose ball foul called on the Clippers. Third team foul on LA. It's on Rondo. That is his first. Quite a halftime coming up. Great game one between Milwaukee and Miami. Maria Taylor, Jalen Rose, and Jay Williams standing by. We'll also preview the other two games tonight on ESPN and ABC. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Morris picking up Doncic full court. 18 points for Doncic. He'll try another three. Good again! Doncic with 21 in the first half. 11-0 run for the Mavs. An 8-second difference in the clocks here at the end of the first half. They double Leonard. Tough pass to handle. Good catch by Morris. Shot clock at 7. Morris puts it up and comes up short. Sneaking in there is Leonard to get the rebound, and he's fouled.
And you gotta finish with a rebound. Great collapsing defense by the Dallas Mavericks. You have them against the ropes. You force Morris into a difficult corner three, but you don't box out. And you know what? You gotta box out Boardman. Boardman gets paid. He knows where his money is, so he goes in there and gets an easy rebound and kind of stops the momentum by the Dallas Mavericks.
And that's the third foul on Finney-Smith. So both Finney-Smith and Kleba, 3 fouls apiece. Kawhi 5 of 5 at the line, but this is his first trip of the quarter to the free throw line. 16 points for Leonard, who's been battling a foot injury, but T. Lou said before the game everybody's healthy and good to go here for the postseason. Averaged 28 per game in the playoffs last year, 31 2 years ago in that title for the Raptors. Knocks down both free throws. 10.4 on the clock here at the end of the first half. Got Rondo on Doncic. Doncic with 5. Goes behind the back. Hardaway long 3. No good. The tip by Melly won't fall. And that's the end of the first half. So Luka Doncic with 21 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 6 assists. Mavericks by 5.
offensive magic.
Start in that.
Great. Familiar spot from the knock in his first shot.
Porzingis was 2 for 6, maybe blocked by Leonard, and the ball goes out of bounds. And once again, the Clippers show their tip defensively.
Yeah, great individual defense by Kawhi. I want to see offensively come back to Paul George again. It's not giving him the ball in isolation. Swing it, move him around, and then maybe get it back to him on the opposite side.
Leonard flirts with the defense. Straight line to the rim. Might have been a lob to Zoo. Probably not. Missed shot that was out of bounds and back to Dallas.
It's interesting because it looked like a lob, and I think Zoo maybe thought it was going to be a shot.
Either way, it goes back to the Mavericks. Minute gone by here in this third quarter. Hardaway Jr. had 11 first-half points, including 3 threes. Nice defense by Senior. Saves it to Beverly, and here come the Clippers. Leonard picked up by Luka. Luka does have a couple of fouls. Great ball movement. Finds an open Pat Beverly for 3. He knew it last year. He said they're going to double off of me. I better hit my open threes. Pat Beverly now with 7. Clippers all tied at 60. Have opened up with the first 5 points of the second half. Great closeout by Morris. Step away for Hardaway Jr. Loved it the second. It left his hand.
How about the little wrinkle, though, with Luka kind of double up top, force him to get the ball out of his hands? That was just Hardaway just making the play right there in the corner.
George, a step away 3. Look. He gets downhill on Zoo, floats it up, but not in. A whistle stops the clock with 9:52 to play in the third.
Well, you go back to Marcus Morris Sr. on the taller, much taller, Kristaps.
Doncic once again picked up by Zoo. Gets downhill. Good contest by Zoo. Better offense by Doncic. That is a matchup the Clippers were very comfortable with. I'm not mad at what has happened. The results have gone in favor of Dallas, but Zoo has made life challenging for Luka Doncic.
Well, he has, but Luka, you see on those last couple of plays, it's not a matter of being really fast as a player. it's about knowing how to get to your spots. And Luka, as well as anybody, another step back, knows how to get to his spots. And Ty Lue not happy. The defensive assignments right there. And Luka kind of just doing damage. You know, like I said, get to your spot. That little step back, able to pull up. Good contest by Zoo. Not enough, and Luka once again sizing it up. Good D, better O.
Augmented reality features to transform the way you watch. Clippers Court Vision, powered by EWS, brings you closer to the game. For more information, visit valleysports.com or experience it on the Valley Sports app now. 8:54 to play here in the third quarter after the Mavericks opened up the second quarter, opening 2 for 9. They have now hit 10 of their last 14 shots. And this is Luka Doncic, and if you're new to basketball, he is very good.
Yeah, I say he's pretty good. You know what? The thing I say, he has a bright future.
I mean, it's crazy that the numbers he has put up in playoff situations against elite teams is amazing. And they lead by 8. Long way to go. We saw a slow start for the Clippers in the first quarter. They battled back to take the lead. They're going to have to do the same thing here in the second half. George, strong drive, whips it back out to an open. Pat Beverly for 3, right ahead of the horn, knocks down his second triple. How about 10 for Pat Beverly?
And how about Paul George being ultra aggressive, attracting the defense, and now hitting PB for another 3.
Porzingis loses his footing, and the ball goes out of bounds. Rick Carlisle at half court to lobby on behalf. It will not go the way of the Mavericks.
Well, PG right there. Pat Bev.
68-63. Mavericks out in front. Leonard drives in on Luka. Loses his footing. Nearly loses the ball. Beverly recovers. George trying to create space on Hardaway Jr. Cannot. Oh, it hits the toughest shot of the afternoon for him. His third bucket, he has 11.
Yeah, and sometimes those tough shots like that make you focus and concentrate a lot more. That time, PG never took his eye off the rim.
Porzingis for three. Kleba for the rebound, back to Hardaway Jr., and he knocks down the tray. I mentioned it earlier. No one shooting the ball better coming into the playoffs than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, quick trigger. That time the ball was barely off his fingertips. It was already up.
A deflection that turns into a turnover. Both of these teams ranked towards the bottom of the league in deflections. Just the second giveaway for the Clippers.
Yeah, PG off the dribble. Pushed off just enough not to avoid the foul, but enough to create space. Get that shot off.
Kleba runs by Senior, stripped on the way up, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Dallas. Nice play there by Pat Beverly.
And hustle on the backside, but again, it was Luka right there still able to get Kleba open on that pass.
Nice play out of the inbound. Denied! Loose ball up for grabs, and the Clippers have it in call time. What a way to defend the rim.
Yeah, Marcus Morris Sr., this game, I think he
the most allowed by the county. You saw some of them behind me. They have some full vaccination sections as well. And talking to some of the staff before the game, they said the energy in the building has been very different. You hear the noise, you feel the energy, and it certainly makes a big difference in a playoff game, Brian.
Christina, and I'm going to be honest, it feels like it did in 2019. We are sitting in the vaccinated section, and it looks like a snapshot from before March of 2020. And God bless you, Clipper Nation. I've missed you. It is great to see you. If you're worried about coming out to Staples Center, they have taken care of it. It is very safe out here. So if you're wondering, come on out. We miss you. Clippers coming out of the timeout. Top 5 in moments like this in terms of drawing up a plays and finding a way to score. Leonard to beat the buzzer for 3. Rebound goes to George, and the Clippers reset the table, 71-65. They trail. Deep 3 for George. A whistle and a foul will go against the Clippers, and the ball goes back to Dallas.
Yeah, you hate to see that because the effort and hustle by Paul George to get another possession, and this time Pat trying to hold, he did hold the Finney Smith right there in front of the official.
Mavericks by 6. There was a 15-point turnaround back in the first half when they led by 12, and the Clippers would grab a 3-point lead. But Dallas was able to get back to it with a hot finish to the first half. In particular, Luka Doncic. Doncic picked up by Senior, spins his way to freedom to the free throw line. Bump going up, no whistle. Rebound taken by Leonard. Fouled by Doncic. And a whistle stops the clock midway through the third. Just the second team foul for Dallas and the third for Luka Doncic.
Well, and that was really good defense by Marcus Morris Sr. He was beat off the dribble, kind of recovered, and then when Luka tried to extend the shot and kind of lean into him, Senior just walled straight up. And that's what you have to do. I mean, again, just make it a little bit more difficult for a player like Luka to be able to see the rim and finish. And he's walking to the back a little bit on the sideline, Luka is.
Well, he turned his ankle early in the series last year, was able to fight through it. Kawhi Leonard, a little love from above as he punches it in for points 18 and 19. 4-point affair. And the time is now for the Clippers with the way Doncic has been playing to make a run. Not sure if this is his customary rest time in the
help just kind of swiped.
Leonard has logged already 27 minutes. Porzingis makes the first of two. Clipper Nation, the only way to guarantee access to playoff tickets is to become a Clipper Nation MVP member. Season ticket holders get first in line access to playoff tickets before they go on sale each round of the playoffs. Learn more on MVP membership presented by City National Bank at clippers.com/season tickets. Just way to the rim, getting deep inside. No. Rebound. Taken by George.
The right side of the court. The ball never got reversed. A lot easier Clippers.
Rajon Rondo now out there. Kawhi Leonard stays out there. Kawhi's already logged 30 minutes here tonight. This is the playoffs. Expect him to play around 40 minutes when needed. Batum fakes the three. Then put out of bounds by Rondo. It'll stay with Dallas.
And how about we made the adjustments of kind of doubling, meaning the Clippers, Luka up front when the pick and roll scenario cap. That time, the Mavs return.
So he is out there right.
There's the by Luke, and that time over Reggie, even though the contest was there. Size one on that occasion for Luka.
Morris pretends to shoot the three. Gives it to Jackson, who does. And the Clippers just 7 for 28 from above the arc today. Doncic down the lane, over the shoulder, misses everything. Leonard with Brunson in his sights goes to the rim, counted on a foul, and send that young man to the line.
Well, the Clips get to stop it. This is why Rondo, you trust him. It's real simple. He gave the ball up quickly that allowed Kawhi Leonard now to attack. Sometimes people want to hold it a little bit, then the defense can get back. That time, just that little kick ahead allowed Kawhi now to see if he can complete an old-fashioned three-point play.
I will be honest, I thought that was a generous call by the officials to give him the basket. I'm done guessing at when it's a continuation and when it is not. That happens to be the first missed free throw of the afternoon for the Clippers. They are 13 of 14. Dallas 12 of 16. Brunson, he's very good in the mid-range. Exhibit A, Your Honor, as he knocks it down. Brunson now with 6 off the bench in his first playoff game. It'll be Maverick ball to start the fourth, although the Clippers, if they act quickly, can have a 2-for-1 to close out the third. An opportunity now gone as Rondo now looks to pick on Maxi Kleber. A little bit of luck there. Leonard into Ibaka, whistle. And a foul. It'll be free throws for the Clippers.
Again, not scripted, not the way you drew it up, but you got to navigate. It's disjointed, figure out ways to still get it done.
I have a feeling that Rondo would be a good jazz musician. Nothing scripted, all ad-lib. Yep. And Serge Ibaka will go to the free throw line.
Self-taught, you know.
And Serge, again, physically has looked good, just trying to shake off some of the rust after a 2-month layoff as we get a quick word from Cedars-Sinai.
Here for the athletes, the fans, and all your MVPs.
At least on paper, separates these two teams. The Clippers are a top 10 defense. The Mavericks are a bottom 10 defense. Although the Clippers have had their hands full on both sides of the basketball here this afternoon. Brunson controls to close out the third quarter, a whistle and a foul. And the Clippers had one to give. Brunson takes a tumble. Reggie Jackson quickly there to help him up. There'll be a side out here for Dallas. I was mentioning this earlier in the quarter. Rick Carlisle, Tyronn Lue, 2 of the best statistically in the top 5 in side outs here, and certainly after timeout plays. See what Rick Carlisle has drawn up to close out the quarter. It's a good idea to give it to Luka. Instead, they find Richardson into the rim and lays it in. A 6-point lead heading into the fourth quarter for the Dallas Mavericks. Beats the buzzer.
Well, off the drive, good defense, a lot of traffic, but Richardson able to navigate his way through all of the Clippers defenders, get another 2 inside.
8 baskets under.
Put the Mavericks up by 6 heading to the fourth.
Presented by Honey. We move to the final 12 minutes. Round 1, game 1. Currently in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. It was a tight start for the Clippers and not the good kind. They did shake off the nerves to close out the first and open the second. But Dallas, listen to me, this is a very good basketball team. I don't care that they're 5 seed. This is a team that's going to give the Clippers all they can handle and maybe more if they're not careful. Ball kicked out of bounds, it'll stay with the Mavericks.
Well, but they got a lot in regards to play for because of what happened last year in the bubble. Okay, they want to seek some revenge. This year they, won 2 out of the 3 games played, so they got a little chip on their shoulder.
Right now you have to feel Dallas has played nearly a flawless game so far. They're leading by 6. Richardson, a deep 3 ahead of the clock, in and out. And that's a guy you want taking threes. He can do damage elsewhere. Brunson, hard drive. Good look for Richardson for 3. Rebound tapped over to Rondo. Here come the Clippers looking to whittle down the 6-point lead. If trailed by as many as 12, they had their largest lead of 4 back in the second quarter. Ibaka to the rim. First try, lays it in.
Second time is good, but kind of back to, what was talked about by Corey and the crew there at the pregame. or switching defenses up, making Luka a little bit more uncomfortable. What happens if you double team, you're going to be susceptible to some offensive rebounds.
Strong drive again by Brunson. The fadeaway misses. Rebound is fought for, nearly some friendly fire, but the Clippers recover down 4. Rondo directing traffic. This is again what we talked about. Rondo in the playoffs is about manipulation. How about a long 2 by Reggie Jackson? Doncic. A whistle. Oh, an offensive foul. And we're going the other way. If it's on Doncic, it's number 4.
That could be a big foul right there, especially at the beginning of the fourth. And maybe Rick Carlisle is like, he knows that's a crucial foul, taking the time out to challenge that call.
He looked over to Luka and said, we will challenge it. Timeout, we take it with him. 10:21 to play in game 1.
Dallas will maintain the ball at the free throw line, extended sideline out of bounds. Dallas will still lose the timeout as it's the first of the period.
That foul, Reggie Jackson's second personal, first team foul.
By CarMax, tonight's topic is Kawhi Leonard averaged 32.8 points per game last year in the playoffs against Dallas. He will score 30 today. I will say this, and I agreed with Don McClain. I hope he doesn't need to, but today will be one of those days they will need him to score 30 as they trail by 4. During the break, the Dallas Mavericks challenged. That challenge was successful.
But see, that's when you get that really good law firm, you know, to really identify maybe the flaw. Maybe the flaws in the call. And that time, I mean, immediately when Luka got called for the charge, he immediately pointed to the official and said that Reggie was inside the arc, which was the right call. And that's why you save that challenge if he's more involved here in the offensive side. That great drive that time by Rondo. Now, again, Paul George right now, if you look at the numbers, you're like 4 for 11. But he made some plays in that third quarter off the dribble, tough little shots. You said he made 3 of his last 4s, but it was the offensive rebounds he got to keep the possession alive. 1 down to Marcus Morris Sr. to get him a 2. So you still got to find ways to be effective even when your shot is not going in.
Rondo misses on the first of 2. Just the second miss for the Clippers. You can see the Clippers' best three-point shooting team in the NBA. When you factor in volume of shots, maybe the best ever. That has not been the case. In fact, in the regular season, they hit 9 or less threes only 6 times. They did it twice against Dallas. One of those games was that very forgettable game post-Christmas when they hit only 4. Despite their struggles and despite Luka's greatness, the Clippers trail by just 3.
Yeah, and that's not shooting the 3 ball well in regards to you're getting those open shots. You just haven't been able to knock them down. It's not like Dallas is playing this tough defense and negating what the Clippers do best, which is shoot from behind the 3-point line.
The free throw 6. Online merch store of your LA Clippers has a deal you don't want to pass up. Save 20% on select jerseys. Go to shop.clippers.com to check out the deal. Once again. One out of 2 rebounds tapped over to George. Doncic, by the way, just 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Slow start to this fourth quarter. Clippers have outscored the Mavericks 3-1. Batum lobs it into Ibaka, picked up by Doncic. Back to Batum for 3. Got it! Batum has been a plus in the plus-minus here this afternoon, despite the Clippers trailing by 1. In his first playoff game since 2016, he has 11. Lob inside to Powell, not there. Rebound goes to George. Rebound goes to George. Here come the Clippers hunting for the lead. George for 3. Yes, sir! Clippers by 2. Defensively, the last couple of possessions. Doncic picked up by George. Melli comes over for the screen, and on the switch, it's Ibaka. Late on the clock for Doncic. A deep 3. Melli in his first playoff game with a massive rebound inside. Brunson down the lane. Whistle. Count it, and a foul.
Now, didn't you say could be a key, Brunson? I mean, now, go back to the play. Perfect timing by Serge. Suck in the defense, get it out. Batum able to square up and knock it in. Then PG felt it right here in transition. Able to knock it in, but on this end, Brunson doing the little things again, a little pump fake. Seen it many a times. Able to pick up the foul, get to the line. Not afraid of a big moment whatsoever. 2 national championships at Villanova.
And I wouldn't even say a surprise despite being a second-round pick. I mean, this is kind of what I expected him to do. He's the tough customer. Gets up and down on the three-point play. And now a teeter-totter fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 1. Leonard on the post-up. Leonard gives the Clippers the lead. 25 for Kawhi Leonard.
And I'd like to see the Clippers here get a couple of stops in a row, maybe capitalize and extend this lead off the offensive end. But once again, I mean, listen, it's something about Brunson and also Luka. But they know how to be deceptive, and when they make their move, they make a quick move. and that lead.
Not no down the once. Misses everything. Leonard. Double teamed on the wing. Dribbles out of trouble. Batum. Kawhi for three. And Doncic comes away with his 8th rebound. Finney Smith. Good look at a three, and he knocks it down. He gets about 4 wide open threes a game, and he hit over 40% over the last half of the season.
Yeah, 3 for 4, and it's always some other player that ends up turning the tide a lot of times for a team. And right now, it's Dorian Finney-Smith by knocking in his 3rd three-pointer. It's Luka on one end of the ledger that's doing his thing, and 31 points. 8 rebounds, 8 assists. And on the other end, on the flip side, has been Kawhi Leonard offensively, defensively, kind of everywhere right here. Making a new trading card with Cleveland on it. And they need a lot more of that in the last 6:44 from Kawhi to close out this game. You see the numbers here by the two, very similar. The steals, though, for Kawhi, but the 8 assists. Luka setting his teammates up for success.
I will say this, and I have endless respect for the Mavericks, Luka, Rick Carlisle. I don't know if they can play much better. I would give the Clippers currently a C+, B- game right now. They could still win the game here. Plenty of time remains. They're down by 1 coming out of the timeout. They go to Leonard, surrounded by defenders, and dribbles out of trouble. Rondo, another good look at a three. And the same result. Rondo is for three. And the Clippers lead by 2. Mark Cuban earlier in the week said, talking about Rondo, a former Mav, said, I hope he shoots a lot. Well, guess what? So do I. Turnover, Mavericks, and here come the Clippers. A whistle and a foul with 6:15 to play in the game.
Well, I mean, but you said this in regards to the percentages with Rick Carlisle and Ty Lue.
actually, on the offensive side of things. Doncic with 2 to shoot, the runner ahead of the horn. Kawhi Leonard with rebound number 10. Ahead to George with Hardaway Jr. to beat. Bouncing into defenders. Now they are once again conversing here. This is why you save them late in the games. But boy, this is as pivotal of a moment. Yes. I think they are ready to gavel here. And we will see. Well, it doesn't look like it's going the way for the Clippers.
No, because the ball is coming out on the side to Dallas. But hey, in that situation.
So after review, the ruling on the floor has been upheld. Hardaway was able to set his left leg and establish legal guarding position. It is an offensive foul on Paul George. Clippers lose their timeout.
Wrong law firm. You know?
There you see the whistle. Now the Clippers need to dig in defensively. They've held the Mavericks to 4 of 11 shooting here in the fourth quarter. But again, both of these teams late in the season have been very good in the clutch as Hardaway Jr. knocks down the 3, his 5th, and the Mavericks have hit 16 triples today.
And you made Luka give it up, but unfortunately the guy that's been so hot for him the month of May was the one that knocked in that big 3 right there.
Leonard on Kleba, draws a double team. Morris late on the clock for 3 in the lead. Batum with the rebound. Rondo, another 3. 198. Mavericks lead by 2. Hardaway Jr. picked up by Rondo. Loses the ball. A whistle and a foul. What a play by Rondo again.
Right, I mean, just anticipating from the back. And a lot of times that's a tough play to get without picking up a foul. And Rondo, because he's done it so many times, anticipates it right there. And actually, he got a piece of him. But let's see, at the end when Rondo gets in, yeah, he really didn't get, boy, he got away with that one.
Clippers looking for the tie. A 3 would give them a lead. Good patient attack for the Clippers. George in the mid-range. Got it. And we are tied at 100. Paul George with 21.
I mean, quietly putting the game back together. Paul George get to his comfort zone. Nice little, that's where I say those little 15-foot mid-ranges still pay off, Brian.
6 of his last 8 after a forgettable 1-for-7 start. It's a 3-minute game. Finney-Smith, the catch-and-shoot 3 is good. And he has torched the Clippers. Now 4 threes. He has 18.
Yeah, and see, your scouting reporter is going to say rotate over to Finney-Smith a little slower, force him to have to shoot it, and that's what he's been able to do all afternoon.
He has doubled his season ender. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 with 2.5 to play.
Well, Paul George, that didn't be 18 feet right there, able to knock it in. But then Luka, here it is again, because I think that was Paul George had to come in and grab Kleba when he rolled down the lane. That opened it up for Finney-Smith, and heads-up play by Senior to pump fake and get that foul.
Mavericks 21-9 when Dorian Finney-Smith is in double figures. He has 18 as Senior misses on the first of 2. One more coming for him. You know, throughout the last month or so, we were all wondering what would be a closing lineup for the Clippers with the stable of point guards, all very capable. We're seeing Rondo, Batum, Senior, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris, Senior, misses both free throws, 82% on the year. Mavericks have control of the basketball and the game, leading by 3. Doncic with a hand in his face. Blocked. Recovered by Kleba. Back to Doncic for the 3. Misses everything. George for 3.
I thought that was a little too quick. I think they could have got a little bit better look at that one. Again, the possessions are so important, critical, in particular under 4 minutes.
Another block. Deflection out of bounds by Paul George. Wow, the Clippers doing everything they can defensively here in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, 6 seconds left, but look at the hustle. That time, and smartly, Rondo jumps to the side just to be able to get that block shot to avoid picking up a foul.
Clippers were 11th in the league in three-point fouls. Avoided that. Porzingis deep inside and draws the foul from Batum. And Kristaps Porzingis will go to the stripe here for a couple of free throws. 1:41 remains here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Brian, that pass was too easy. That pass has to go back out towards half court. Once it gets in the middle like that, it'll be hard to defend.
Porzingis, 85% on the year, knocks down the first of two. Does not miss many in moments like this. 104-100. Mavericks led by as many as 12. Clippers had a chance to kind of break it open a little bit. Porzingis with one more coming. A whistle and a timeout. It's a two-possession lead with 1:41 to play. Kyle Lue goes to the drawing board.
Knowing that Kawhi is getting double teamed, let's see if the ball can get back around to either Paul George or Kawhi as the defense is shifting, and then they can attack.
Fouls on either side will be free throws. Kawhi Leonard to inbound. There's the quick part of it. Jumper in the air is short. To stop. They need a stop. Luka now shot clock into single digits. Rondo, nice pass into Leonard. Fouled on route to the rim.
Recognizing where the gaps are, the double team, Finney Smith does the right thing. Once you get to the middle of the court now, you have the advantage and a quick look to Kristaps Porzingis on the baseline. Nothing you can do once he was in the air.
Clippers were 13 of 13 from the free throw line. 4 of 10 ever since. Kawhi Leonard doing Kawhi Leonard-like things here today. The Clippers will need a magic lamp at all three wishes here. Down now by 7. Make it 6. 48 seconds to play. We learned about the toughness that Dallas had a year ago as Batum picks up Doncic the length of the floor. They've added some pieces from injury that were not available a year ago, and those pieces have played well. In particular, Jalen Brunson coming off the bench in 20 minutes, 11 points. And Finney Smith knocking down, how about 7 of 9 shots and 4 of 5 from the three-point line. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. A noted defender. Anything after that you're getting in terms of offense is a little bit of a bonus as Brunson at the line. Stay tuned for the post-game show with Jeannie Telasco, Don McLean, and Corey Maggette, brought to you by Nissan. The Dallas Mavericks won the title back in 2011. They have not won a game one since. Haven't won a series in general since that. Haven't won a game one. Have been 0 for 6 coming into today's game. We told you about leading after the first quarter. They've never lost a game this year. Last time they lost, game 6 in the bubble against the Clippers. 2 free throws go for Brunson. 111-103, Dallas. George for 3. Doncic has the rebound, and the Clippers appeared to have waived. No. Delaying the inevitable right now. 18 seconds to play. Ty Lue had talked about preferring a little bit of rust with a lot of rest. The rust was evident early for the Clippers. It may have been just playoff nerves. They found their way in the second quarter, but give credit to Dallas. They played a 48-minute game this afternoon.
They did, and that's where the credit has to go from this perspective, is that they had a game plan at the beginning to get off to a fast start and be able to maintain that kind of efficiency, and they've been able to do that. Now, the Clippers are going to go back and look at, 11 for 37 from the three-point line. We were open. We normally make those shots. Some free throws we missed at the end of the game, or in some situations, we can make those. So it's some things the Clippers need to clean up, of course, for game 2. But the Mavs were able to hold on even when the Clippers made their run.
Clippers down by 10. Leonard for 3. It is short, and that will do it. Game 1 goes to Dallas in a near flawless effort this afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes away with a triple-double, 31, 11, and 10 in 41 minutes. The Clippers struggle from above the arc, just 11 for 40. They go back to the drawing board and get ready for Game 2 coming up next week.
Thank you.